Hey everyone, it's Aurelia here. Today I'm going to make a video kind of explaining how you can make your coasters a lot smoother, even beyond the 4-meter technique. Then I'll also describe some tips and tricks for adding to the 4-meter technique as well. If you don't understand the 4-meter technique, I will put a link to Silverette's video. He made an entire video on it for Planet Coaster College. It's definitely worth watching, and if you want to know more about the technique, go to his. But I'm going to give a couple before we get into making the 4-meter technique even smoother. I'm going to give you guys a couple tips on how you can make your 4-meter technique turn out better. One thing I see that people do that is a little wrong is you need to give the coaster, or whenever you're using 4-meter technique, you need to have pieces before and after the banking itself, or it'll be extremely jagged. And what I'm referring to is, let's say I have my launch here and this is the last piece, and then let's say I just want to have a simple heartline roll right here. So I'll add some heartline for Eurofighters. It's a little over 4 feet. And usually whenever I do like elements that twist, depending on the speed, I usually do 45 meters, for not 45 meters, 45 degrees for every increment. If you want, you can go faster, but you can go more than 45. But if you go to 90, whenever you use the smooth all on the entire thing, it will just destroy it completely. I think 60 works really well too. But for the video, I'm going to do 45. So what people will do is the launch is done right here, and then they'll immediately go into their roll. And I won't do the entire thing just for time's sake. They'll immediately go into it, and then when they go back to smooth it, since this is the start, this becomes really jagged unless they incorporate this piece. So what I like to do, let's say I'm going to have this heartline roll right here. I will go back to 0, and then I'll put 1, 2, and then I will go ahead and start rolling. And on the dive loops that I made over here, I did the same thing. So usually whenever I use the 4-meter technique, I make sure there's 2 pieces before and 2 pieces after. Because when you use the 4-meter technique, you don't have to do it for the entire ride. It's not as optimal. But for example, let's say I want to smooth this. I will start here, and then go through and go back and forth. And what that does is these pieces will slowly start to roll as well. And then that will make it smoother overall, which is exactly what I did on these rides here. As you can see, like this little piece right here, originally this was completely straight, and so is this one, and this was the first one right here to actually start rolling. But after using it, it just makes it smoother overall, and the entrance better. Now to get on to how to make the 4-meter technique even better using autocomplete, we'll ride this ride real quick. You can see with the 4-meter technique that on a slow transition, it really is jagged. Like there, you could see that it kind of looked bumpy, like it was going left or right. And optimally, that is not what we want at all. And you kind of don't even want to use the 4-meter technique if that's what it's going to look like. But you can actually make it smoother than that using the autocomplete technique. And I will go over the autocomplete technique right here just so you understand. So what I'm going to do is these 2 rides are the exact same. I just blueprinted it. I want to find the first piece that starts rolling, which in this case it happens to be this one right here. So I can unselect that. I'm going to select these first 2 pieces right here and just press the delete key, and I'll get rid of it. And then I'm going to go right here, which will autocomplete it. And then now this is one entire piece. It's no longer 2 4-meter pieces. It's now 1 8-meter piece. The next I'm going to do is I'm going to select this piece as well. This is a 4-meter and this is an 8-meter. Press delete. And then I will connect it back like that. And then I'm going to do it one more time. And I will just auto connect that. And now it's a 1/16-meter piece. And as you can see, the heart lining did stay as it does go to the left. So the rider's chest still stays centered along that line that we can't see. And then if you go further than 16, it won't connect. It's too far away. So as we can see, this is now, I can get rid of that. This is one entire piece right here. I can't unselect any of it. So next, I'll go into the next segment. So what I can do is I can press delete on those two pieces, and then just auto connect it here. I will do it here again. So now this is a 12 meter piece, and then one more time, and now it's 16 meters. And this rolls lightly. We don't have to worry about using the smooth tool, but what we can do is just delete these two. That. Oh, my bad. Let's go back on that. I would want to delete these two and do that just to make sure. Now I can see this is one piece right here. I have two entire pieces here. 1, 2. Oh, my bad. I think that went back. Okay. Okay. Now it's correct. So this is one 16 meter piece. That's another 16 meter pieces. And we'll just go ahead and write it without using the smooth tool so that you can tell the difference. You know, it's still not perfect, but you can tell the difference. I'll put a side-by-side comparison. But you can tell the difference that this one is already smoother than this one over here. And to make it even more smoother, sometimes I found using the smooth tool helped out, and sometimes it didn't. So it all just depends. So make sure we just have these two pieces here selected, and we'll just go ahead and you can see once I press smooth banking once, it makes a drastic change right there. You don't have to use smooth all. I just use smooth banking because smooth all kind of almost destroys the track a little bit. And you can see that that's a lot smoother than the last one. It's still not perfect, but until there's continuous roll, that being perfect is almost impossible.